Have you ever felt that feeling where I wish I could be as charismatic as that person? I wish I could be as outspoken as that person. I wish I can be as easygoing and fun as that person. And the fact that you're able to see that quality or that admirable trait in the other person is because you have that deep inside of you already. You have that funny thing you want to say, but you hold yourself back. Or you have that feeling like something's bothering you and you want to express it, but you hold yourself back. Or you see that person's going through some tough times and you want to go care for them, but you hold yourself back and be like, oh, maybe they just need their own time. No, if you want to express something that's actually caring to the other person, then imagine if somebody did that to you in that moment, that somebody came to give you the kind words when you actually needed them. Think about how you would have felt if somebody came to you like that. But you're the one, you see somebody's going through tough times and you felt like, oh, they just need space and I don't know what to say to them. But in that moment, you're cutting off that gift that you could have given to the other person. And you're also cutting off that gift that you would have given yourself by sharing a moment of kindness with another person. And the reason I'm really sharing this is because having gone through and known what that pain of swallowing my words, swallowing my true identity, and not showing up in the playful way that I would have wanted to, has just hidden my own identity for so long. And I always was trying to figure out, why can't I fit in? I was working in a fitness studio, a bar studio where it was all ladies. And I felt like for such a long time, why can't I just fit in? And why do I always feel so awkward around them? And it was a moment I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. But the truth is, there was nothing wrong with me. The only reason I was trying to fit in was because I was trying to fit into the mold of who they were. But that was never me. And when you're always trying to fit into the expectations of the other people, then it never feels right. It never feels aligned inside of you. And the pivotal moment for me was really when I was experiencing the relationship problems in my previous marriage, was that I really learned what it meant to show up with courage and to speak up in my own truth. I remember the moment that I actually said the words, "Hey, can we talk?" He was shocked. He wasn't expecting it. And he didn't respond in too many words, and he didn't respond in the way that I would have wanted him to. But after that moment, after I was able to say those words, it wasn't even about his response to me anymore. It was only about the fact that, oh, I finally was able to let it go. I finally was able to let it out of my system. And the more I was able to lean into the discomfort of saying the things that I've held myself back for so many years, for over 30 years of my life, I've always held myself back. And having leaned into practicing more and more of expressing myself in a way that feels messy to me, that feels uncontrolled to me, it was that freedom that I gained on the other side of. It wasn't even about how he was going to react to me. It was just about, I needed to let it go. And that is exactly why I'm doing this right now, because I wish somebody back then would have told me, when I was trying to figure out why I can't fit in and trying so hard to fit in, I wish somebody would have come to me and said, you don't need to fit in. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to stop acting like somebody else. I wish somebody told me that. And that is exactly why I want to do this right now for you, or whoever's listening right now, that you feel like there's a part of you that you've hidden from everybody else around you, that you know deep down you have that fun version inside of you, that you know deep down you have that caring version inside of you, that you know deep down you have more love to share, more kindness to share. That is a version that wants to come out, and I want to be able to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you being different. There's nothing wrong with you being too sensitive. You were never too sensitive. You were never too emotional. You were never too much for the world. You were meant to really step into your own uniqueness. You were really meant to step into your own unique way of who you really are. Because when we can all get to accept our full uniqueness, our own unique identities where we differ, then imagine how the world can be so much more different, because it's so much more diverse, rather than trying to fit in and fit into the mold and put yourself in a box and put yourself into the societal expectations of how you should be, how you should act, how you should act professional and all that. That is just bullshit. And when we can really act in a way that we can lean into our messy part, we can lean into our own insecurities, when we can lean into our vulnerable side, then that's when we can really get to create those deeper connections that we've always longed for. And I can tell you, having exercised that muscle of expressing myself in a way that feels like I'm losing control, I was able to build the most beautiful friendships ever where I never imagined could have existed in my life. Not saying that I have this down perfectly. I still go through my own moments of insecurities, even creating videos like this, of really sharing this message of I know and I understand what this pain feels like, and I want to be able to spread this word and tell the people who are still suffering in silence that they're not alone and that I understand them and I see them and they don't need to feel like they're broken. Even expressing myself in a way to be more vocal about this felt vulnerable to me. And it was also a way for me to go into my own healing of, okay, let's look at this. Where has it been in my past where I felt unsafe to be seen, where I felt unsafe to express myself, where I felt like others would judge myself? And I knew exactly that moment where I grew up in a big family, a lot of cousins, and whenever I would speak up, I felt like they were making fun of me. And that's when I learned to shut myself down and to try to fit into the mold of who they expect me to be. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm not saying that all the insecurities have left me. And it's just a way of really leaning into the discomfort and really understanding what's going on inside of us so that we can heal those parts where we feel unsafe and give ourselves that safety again so that we can really thrive in expressing more of ourselves and really showing up as more of ourselves where we can feel free and not in a way that we feel bound by holding ourselves back. So, how did I learn how to not fit in? It was really just leaning into the discomfort. And every time I did that, it just showed me more of the joy and the pleasure on the other side of it. Having expressed myself in an uncomfortable way, the relationship or the friendship or the bond with the people around me has always strengthened even more. And that gave me even more encouragement to continue to lean in into the discomfort and to let go of anything that is not aligned and not who I am, and to really remove those masks and walls that I've built for myself for over 30 years of my life. And if you have that knowing in your heart that you have a deeper version, an inner version of you that you know exists deep down, and you were never able to let out that real version of you of who you really are, then check out our Permission to Be Summit that's happening next Saturday on June 28th. It has no cost to you. If you're just curious, then stop by and see what you can learn from all the experiences of our speakers there. We're going to be sharing how to create rapport quickly through edification, to really express in a way when you admire somebody, to express that to them so that it can build rapport quickly with the other person. We're going to be sharing about the importance of forgiveness in relationships when somebody hurts you, when you hurt somebody, to forgive yourself and to also forgive the other person. And we're going to be sharing about how to really create the authenticity that you need to thrive in intimate relationships. And I'll also be sharing my origin story of how I was able to overcome the fear of having the hard conversations. And it will end with a really beautiful process of how to give yourself that inner safety and give yourself that knowing that it's okay for you to express that deeper version of yourself that's been hiding in the inside. If you resonate with this message and you feel like there's more of you that needs to be shown to the world, then join us. The registration link is down below, and I'll see you on Saturday.